or if it will continue to be a coward and spawn nobody in other than the occasional Fed or person who doesn't speak English to say nonsense for a while I'm in the middle of saying some shit, and then I get confused by the nonsense, and then go on a different tangent. It's partially my fault, but they do a lot of stuff with the feds and who they allow into algorithms, because everything is a psyop. Oh yeah, never mind. I actually do remember why they'd never send anybody into my feeds and zero viewers, because that's a fucking shock. That's fine. If they want to rig it because I'm saying things that they won't like, and so they will rig it so that nobody can actually see those things because all the algorithm is self-dealing, then maybe it's my fault for assuming that we still have free speech. Well, I mean, we do, but the speech is just shouting into a void because the ones who don't like that speech have set it up so that the only people who can ever see it is mostly just feds and the occasional random person who might actually be kind of semi-aligned with you, but mostly just feds. Or they'll just add metadata so your shit goes nowhere. So that you waste a bunch of time. You know, because you are under the impression that things are not rigged against you. But then if you do say things are rigged against you, then they try and have you committed for being psychotic or something. So yeah, you're walking a fine line. That's the term I think I was trying to go for. You're walking a fine line. If you're like, oh, this shit's rigged, and they're like, oh, he's saying shit's rigged, we should try and get him involuntarily committed and then put on drugs and stuff. And if you don't think it's rigged, then you just spend a bunch of time actually trying, assuming that an algorithm actually is on your side, which, I mean, it's a valid thought. That's what a utopic society would be like. Not even utopic, that it's like in your favor. It's just not actively rooting against you, which it is, because these billionaires rig algorithms. What else could I say that should get me killed? What else? I'd ask anybody in chat, but I have zero people here. Who would have ever guessed that a YouTube live would send zero people? Not me. Oh yeah, never mind. I actually 100% would have guessed because that's what it always does. Anyway. But yeah, it's not even people's fault. Give the benefit of the doubt. Like, oh, an algorithm will actually show my stuff. I put a decent amount of effort into this. And we'll be able to tell. Meanwhile, the algorithm looks at it, it's like, oh, this person put a lot of effort into it. Let's show it to absolutely nobody, or just show it to a group of users that we know will always dislike everything, so they can dislike it, so that it breaks their spirit, so that they stop trying. Because that's the fucking timeline we're in, where, uh-oh, somebody had too much free speech, we should shadow ban them. Because shadow banning, it used to be obvious, but if the algorithm already knows every single user, knows what they like and don't like, you could just shadow ban somebody hella easily by just showing their video to an audience that hates those types of videos to break their spirit. Meanwhile, it wastes the time of the creator, it wastes the time of the person who's just kind of a dick who just dislikes things, or wastes people time with comments that don't fucking mean anything, like what's up, you reading chats. Yes, I am reading chats. If you say something in here, I'll read it. But say so. What do you want me to talk about? Weed, sandpot. All right, goddamn it, that's a great username. Weed senpai. I'll talk about anything. But yeah, no, that's what they kind of do. What are we talking about? I don't know. I'm just going on. I just go on conspiracy rants a lot, and I hate algorithms that. I have a lot of conspiracy. I was gonna say conspiracy. No. What's the term? Conspiratorial? Yeah, conspiratorial views. Oh yeah, they're trying to get me committed a lot of the time, which is kind of frustrating. But yeah, no, I'll just ramble about conspiracies. If you put a good conspiracy in the chat, assuming you're even here or whatever, I'll talk about it. It'll get me put on more lists, assuming I'm not already on them, which I probably am. No, that's a great fucking name. Weed Senpai? That's a great name. No, don't change it. Well, I mean, obviously, I think these days you need a bunch of accounts, especially since these days it seems like accounts get deactivated pretty easily if an algorithm or thing doesn't like you. So, I mean, I have a bunch of burner accounts. I don't even remember what account I'm even doing this from. But yeah, no, keep that name. That name's awesome. Weed Senpai. It's a great name. But I mean, yeah, I don't know. I have a bunch of weird, random, one-off names. But yeah, this stream is very much just me saying stuff, and then I don't know. I assume everything that we're saying, because all big tech and stuff, just harvesting all of our data and what we're saying and all this other bullshit, because we live in the most dystopic timeline where it's just one side, big tech in this case, stealing everybody's data, and then everybody else being like, hey, stop stealing our data, you jackasses. And then that's about it. Because the one side that's stealing all of our data writes their own laws and hires lobbyists to do more of it. Meanwhile, the other side is like, can't really do much about it, but it's still fucking weird and creepy what they're doing, right? And then people are like, yeah. And then, no, it doesn't really rise too much past that. It seems like at some point we should rebel against that, but nah. Because they can rig algorithms in their favor, so then me and what I'm saying, and I'm sure there's so many other people who say basically identical things, but they'll rig algorithms so that we can never find each other to actually rise up, and we just get stuck in these fucking endless loops of just being mad at whatever they want us to be mad at right now, which I think is politics, sometimes Olympic stuff, or whatever's in the news that they can just train our fucking lizard brains or, that side of us to just be tribal about shit that we don't really even care about. We're just all fucked here, kinda. Yeah, but no, I mean, Weed Senpai, I appreciate, because I think, yeah, the algorithm doesn't really send many people to my channel. I think you've been the only person who's ever said any, or, well, most of my streams die out because I start saying too many conspiracy theories, and then they just stop spawning new people in here, and then I just yell into the void, which usually happens. Yeah, if I don't really have any direction of where I'm going with things, so I just kind of talk, and then eventually I hit upon a conspiracy theory, and then they just stop sending new people. They stop spawning any new people into my chat or rendering them in, or however it works. So yeah, my streams go basically to 0 viewers very quickly. Oh, Twitch is the same. Honestly, and it didn't used to be like this. Years ago, there was like a meritocracy where, people starting out who didn't really have a following, they could like progress and do things. We're at such a point, it doesn't even matter. IG, YouTube, Twitch, they're all basically the same. Anything that has an algorithm now, it has a back-end access to all things on the internet. All algorithms have back-end access to one thing that can control who sees what and not. They add metadata to everybody's channel and streams and other stuff so that all algorithms know what to promote and what not to promote. I assume all my channels have some long metadata thing that's like, oh yeah, don't seed this out to anybody who would find it interesting. But the vast majority of people, you're kind of an outlier. The vast majority of people that I get in chats are either bots, don't speak English at all, or just anything else. But yeah, no, algorithms they've gotten to a point where we should not be fine with this. We should be mad about this at all times to just have algorithms run by a couple billionaires decide what is seen and what's not seen. It's crazy to me that we're not more mad at this at all times. I mean, I am. I think I'm kind of an outlier. Or I'm not even an outlier, and there are a lot of people who are just as mad as me, but then the algorithms will rig it so we can't find each other, so that it's just everybody screaming into a void. Because it's the most corrupt timeline. I tried Twitch. I tried it. I got, like, basically no viewers a couple times. Then I stopped trying it. I mean, I'm not really even doing this for viewers or lives or anything, or subscribers or whatever the fuck it is that people do these things for. I just kind of want to test algorithms and see if they actually send anybody to me. If you can get your channel to be categorized as gaming. Yeah. I know there are some like workarounds and hacks a little bit. I'm kind of both not doing this too much for views, and then also I've gotten to the point a long time ago. Algorithms, all my accounts, it's like the fucking HTTP link, HTTP slash, and then you see this like huge long string. That's not random. I guarantee that tells like what YouTube or any other algorithm, like, oh yeah, this person's saying some shit we don't like, so let's just give them the bare minimum of things where it's they can shadow ban you, but like not make it too noticeable. It's all fucked here, man. We're all slaves to a bunch of billionaires who have rigged the whole game against everybody. Essentially, my streams are almost always pessimistic by nature. Uh, but yeah, no, it's all. If you wanna, I'll go into any conspiracies if you're interested. So if you want to put anything in chat, there are 3 people, but I don't know. I just don't. I like what theoretically social media could be like, where you have just a bunch of people fucking shouting, and just natural selection. Some people like stuff more than others, and then those people like rise to the top. Now, unless you already have like a following from many years ago of like putting an effort, now it's just they'll reward people who've already been around long enough, and anybody who's really trying to do things that are not things that, because they're fine with political things as long as they get both sides fighting against each other. But if you're saying anything against them, they can just rig it to a point where you can't even really have recourse. It's kind of fucked. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Yeah, you said how many of them are getting exposed as well. We're talking about Epstein list. They're all in it, but they rig algorithms. Like the Peter Thiel guy. If he didn't rig algorithms so that he wouldn't trend, he'd be trending huge right now. People would be like, oh yeah, no, this creepy fucking pedophile and also shit. And yeah, I know you can hear me, or I know that whatever I'm saying right now goes to some data center and is scraped like everything else. These creepy fucks and their data scraping. Yeah, no, I'm not doing anything in secret. Fuck them. But yeah, they're all in the... Not all, but well, all tech is, basically. Or at least Elon Musk, fucking Thiel. I guarantee Elon Musk went to Island so many fucking times. Or allegedly, because he's the type who would sue and then claim, oh, I'm freedom of speech at all points, and then sue. Fuck him. But yeah, no, I guarantee... And because he's the one who rigged or has Doge and everybody who were the ones that did the censorship of which files got released and which didn't. Oh, surprise, surprise. Nothing came out that he was in the... He 100% is. Put any amount of money in that. Any fucking amount. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, I'm sure they get me on some terrorist threat or something, because they're just looking for ways to get everybody like either in prison or involuntarily committed or anything. I mean, yeah, no, they just rig it so they're fine with like dropping the occasional name, like in the Epstein files. Yeah, Bill Gates got thrown under the bus huge, and Elon Musk was just like, oh, he was too creepy for them to want to fucking get blackmail on. That's not how blackmail works. They don't care if you're creepy or not creepy. The whole narrative, oh, he was too creepy for even them. No, he for sure did it, and then they just took out all the stuff with his name in it, and then that was the narrative they allowed to spread. And then he rigged the algorithm to throw Gates under the bus. Don't get me wrong, Gates and others should be thrown under the bus, but it's all rigged. Is this enough to get me killed? Who knows? I'll keep talking, though, till it happens. Yeah, all the redacted people, those are... I like to think that we lived in a world where there could be one whistleblower who's like, I'm completely fucked if I do this, but I see exactly what's gonna happen. We had Snowden. We need more Snowdens. Snowden was a fucking patriot who was like, I mean, because, yeah, you're saying the stuff in the redacted. Snowden was a fucking patriot. He saw what was happening and he released everything. Why don't we have the same patriots who can actually see the unredacted files and like, if nothing else, even for their own benefit, like, oh yeah, I could just use this collateral. Because I think everything's trying to blackmail each other at this point and has mutually assured destruction on each other. So yeah, why don't we have some fucking whistleblowers who are like, oh yeah, no, this completely fucks my career and everything else, but I'm not letting these fucking pedophiles get away with it, and then just... Greeting from Canada. Hey, Canada. Cool. But yeah. We're fucked here. We're fucked here because the creepiest, most biggest pedophiles. I was trying to think if they're pedophilic. No, that's not a word. The biggest pedophiles, the ones in charge of algorithms and all that, can just rig it to be like, oh yeah. and they're just throwing other people under the bus, I guarantee all the important people all got shielded from those files. I don't know why there can't be somebody in the government who's like, oh yeah, I kind of, I'm gonna ruin my life, but I see where things are going and I have to fucking release stuff. But no. Or maybe they're trying to do stuff. I don't get why there can't be more whistleblowers like Snowden. I like to think there could be. Because, down to one person, I'm not sure if anybody's in the chat anymore, but I'll continue screaming into the void. And I know they'll add metadata to this so it doesn't get out. Fine. Because we live in the shittiest timeline, where it's just, oh yeah, this person's saying some shit, let's add some metadata so that nothing can get to anybody else. And nobody's mad about that as much as they should be. I'm mad about it. And 0 viewers. Who'd have guessed? I'm still mad about it. You can kill me, you can delete the stream, fuck you. I'll still be... Either that or I'll be preoccupied with whatever other bullshit happens after that. I don't care. Till you get me, and keep going. Or you could just keep trying to file false police reports against me and have me committed, which you love fucking doing around here. I'm just playing. They do that a lot. They're just like giving out some names so that people... Oh yeah, people think everything happened. And I guarantee they're okay with dropping what they've dropped. We're not getting the stuff they really don't want to see. Maybe a little bit, but... Epstein files, I guarantee there's so much worse. If that's what they're showing us, and they still have only released half, maybe... Yeah, no, they covered it. Who knows what's actually happening? Because we're in a psyop right now. I know I am. We're probably all in different psyops at this point because algorithms can rig it, so we all have different algorithms, and we're all seeing different things. So that's, I think, why everybody seems to be kind of in their own, like, reality sometimes, where it's like, you can't really get through to them. But if they can rig everybody's algorithm and then pair people up together to, like, argue, they're just creepy and fucking weird and hella into power tripping of like, oh yeah, we can just have everybody in different sides. It's hella unethical. I'm pretty sure they pay for it in the end. They just have some weird firewalls or carve-outs or something right now. Whatever organization or whatever this is. If you look up Project Monarch, that's what MK Ultra turned into Project Monarch. CIA's been doing this for decades. They just now have tech and algorithms to rig it and all this other shit. They only showed all crimes of people who were either dead or... Yeah, no, 100%. Dead, arrested, or done. Yeah, and they threw people under the bus, like Gates. When I saw Gates in there, and don't get me wrong, Gates should be... Everybody who's in the file should be unredacted, and we should see everything. But that tells me a lot. That tells me Elon is almost definitely going to throw Gates under the bus so he could get... Yeah, no, Elon's deciding, or maybe not Elon, but he ran Doge. He has people in the government, and I guarantee he's getting the best edit he can get. And he can throw people under the bus, and probably uses that to gain more power. Meanwhile, I don't know why there aren't whistleblowers like Snowden's who are like, oh yeah, no, we should just throw him on. I don't know. Is this enough to get me killed? Not yet. I'll keep going then. But yeah. They only said that Gates met him before he was accused. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's so many people. Like the Epstein files, there's so many people that got protected. When you're only getting a certain amount of files and the ones that you are getting are so redacted, it tells you actually more about the edit that they're trying to go for. Especially when we learn of what more is in these files, which you probably do eventually, and we see the rollout, you could probably reverse engineer of who they're protecting, who they're throwing under the bus, how they're doing things, and where they want things to go. Because they will never let you know what reality is, but you can reverse engineer it by what they show you and what they try to hide from you. Either that or I don't fucking know, because I'm also gaslit. Yeah, they only said that, yeah, Gates, for real. Yeah. So these are my streams usually. They go off the rails and I get very few, if any. I mean, I'm sure there's a data scraping bot in this fucking chat that's going to do some weird creepy shit with stealing whatever I'm saying and then putting me on more lists and junk. Those fucks. And then occasionally I get people like you seem chill. I don't know who anybody is, but as long as everybody's chill in the chat. I mean, I very rarely have gotten any lives that have had more than 4 people in chat at once. And one of those times it was just the same person with 3 different usernames, which is kind of weird, just agreeing with themselves. And it was like, this is kind of weird and creepy. But you seem pretty chill, dude. Ween Senpai. Awesome name, by the way, still. Which country? America. America. Fuck yeah. Um, I don't know. Either that or we all exist in a data center and we're all simulations at this point. In which case, I don't know, country of origin even matters. But yeah, America and yeah, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. I don't pay attention to sports, or at least not Olympics, but I'm happy that Alyssa Liu, the figure skater. Just because I'm from Bay Area too, it's good to see Oakland represent. But yeah, from there. It's unsafe to talk about conspiracy theories when you're in the country where they urgent. Yep. Oh yeah, no, I don't understand why I'm not murdered more often. I'm just not though. But yeah, I'm not doing anything in secret. I assume I'm part of some other psyop or some bullshit. I know they have a file of. I know the CIA has some file on me. I don't know what's taking them so long. Whoever's in charge of murdering me really sucks. And also the person who is in charge of actually telling me stuff of what's going on also sucks. 'Cause I don't know why I'm allowed to just say these things. But then also they make it very difficult to find out anything. Or be told of stuff. It's a very stupid psyop they put me in. Occasionally I just do this. Doesn't do anything? Who knows? I don't, actually. Oh yeah, but no, this is hella unsafe for me to do. I just don't care anymore. If they want to kill me, they can kill me. They're too fucking bad at it, though. But yeah, I don't know. I know they're watching this, or at the very least, parsing it down, or data scraping it, or whatever creepy shit these fucks are doing. I get that. I just kind of don't care. Occupation? Yeah, right now I just gotta do this. I've done stuff with finance in the past. I've done some stuff with engineering, stuff like that. Kind of just built a nest egg at one point with investing in stocks and stuff, and then just my lifestyle. Basically, I just pay rent and like food and stuff. I don't lead a lifestyle or have many dependents, so I can kind of just coast with. I don't know, but yeah, just kind of. Right now, I do some like 3D modeling and stuff, 3D printing, some other stuff, but no day job. But you know, when you don't really have too many expenses, like yeah, if I had a bunch of dependents and other things, that'd be different. But right now, I mean, I just kind of my lifestyle is as long as I can keep paying for rent and food, that's about all I need. So I just kind of go with that. I'm not the ambitious sort of guy. And yeah, occasionally I try doing this, the YouTube live, mostly just to see if they actually do send anybody to my channel. And yeah, no, you seem pretty cool. I appreciate you hanging out, whoever you are, Wheat Senpai. I very rarely get any, like, they don't send many people to my streams, or they send people who just, like, spam stuff, and it just gets annoying. But I appreciate you being here, man. I was just kind of fucking around and seeing what was going on. If you have any conspiracy you want me to touch on, I'll talk about anything. Like, to the point where you think that you'd be or I don't know. I've just lived in a weird timeline where I assume I'm murdered, but then I'll assume I might also have already been murdered in the real timeline. Shifted me to this fake one where I just say shit sometimes. I play out the weirder conspiracy theories because they're funnier to me, but I don't even know if I believe them or not. Oh, you're in Russia right now? Cool, bro. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Not a huge fan of Russia, just because I'm partially Ukrainian and Polish, or at least maternally or some shit. But hey, man, I don't know. We're all going towards some one world order bullshit, so who knows? Quantum does kind of prove that there are many. Oh, yeah, I could get into quantum for a while. The many quantum many worlds theory. I can totally I could totally see how, because Quantum Many Worlds, if I remember correctly, it's like, yeah, like, or like many different versions of us. I swear there's a weird conspiracy I do kind of believe. I've heard it in 2012. I don't know exactly the year. There's something about the Hadron Collider starting some wormhole or something. I can't prove that, but I can't. It does match up with me quite a bit that we're all dead and we got shifted to a dead timeline or a branch of a dead timeline because none of this feels real. We just got shifted to the timeline where there are a bunch of pedophile elites eating babies who are now in power. I think we could have just easily gotten shifted to a timeline where it's zombies or vampires or any of the other bullshit it could be. And so, yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a version of us that's in the correct timeline, but then we all got shifted to some bullshit one. Either that, or I just find it funny to believe that because it pisses people off. So I'll kind of say that. But it has felt weird. I really have a hard time believing that this is any sort of real reality. I think we're in a simulation, and I also can see it that we shifted off from a real simulation. Pretty sure, at least I'm dead. Maybe other people are, or maybe they're fucking with us, and what we're doing is like, or at least let's say what I'm doing with the trying to, I guess, YouTube Live or whatever the fuck it is I think I'm trying to do. Maybe they just see these things like the random conspiracies to the regular timeline. So I'm not getting any viewership here, but maybe they shift it to the real timeline, and it's just like people laughing, this schizophrenic guy is kind of funny, and then later on they're like, shit, he actually was kind of right about a few things. And then we just, because I feel like time's speeding up, maybe what we're doing gets seeded to the real timeline, which is somehow in the past somehow, and something else happens. I don't know. I would have been cool with zombies. I mean, zombies would be fun, because then that takes some effort, because you can... Well, it depends on the fast or slow zombies. Like, because the slow zombies are the thinking man sort of zombies. Like, what would I do? With the fast zombies, I just give up because I don't feel like running a lot. Unless you kind of have already, like, spawned in some sort of, like, high-rise or something. I'm not running from the fast fucking zombies. I'll give up before I do that. The walking zombies, because then you can do some, like, traps and some, like, Wile E. Coyote type shit. That could be funny. Yeah, no, the slow zombies where you could just... That would have been a fun timeline. Hey, you want to put me in that PSYOP, CIA? Just transfer me over to the zombie PSYOP. I take that over the elite pedophile timeline. I don't like this timeline at all. This elite pedophiles eating babies. Nah! Put me in the zombie one. Slow zombies, but they're like the slow zombies, but they can learn over time. It's like that one that... Was it Romero? I forget which zombie movie. It was the one where the guy was like pumping gas and then he remembered, oh yeah, I could just fucking light this on fire and they can go fuck themselves. That, like, the zombies that are smart that can learn, that could be hilarious. That would be so funny. We could do so much stuff. We should just shift this timeline, the pedophiles eating kids timeline. Let's just shift that to the zombie timeline and try and survive that. It'd be at least funnier. It'd all be stupid and lame and dystopic, but fuck it. So yeah, CIA, if you're listening, switch me to the PSYOP where it's zombies. I'm down. Let's go. I don't know. That could be fun. I think you could make there are so many different plot lines you could do with zombies. With elite pedophiles, just like, that's disgusting. With zombies, who are, I mean, they'll eat children, but at least they're not gonna fuck them. That's way worse. I don't know. Well, they're both. Yeah, never mind. I don't even want to think about that. I don't want to. I need to stop thinking about all the fucking shit with that. I don't like that at all. I hate this timeline. For a lot of reasons, that's a big portion of it. But yeah, no, we could have a great time fighting zombies. That would bring everybody together. Just beat the shit out of some zombies. A couple people get killed. You have some sort of moral dilemma. Oh shit, they got bit, but I have some sort of moral or like emotional attachment. What should I do? And then they get like, you just beat the shit out of them. That could be fun. We could have gained so much good complexity and add that to the system if we just gone the fucking route I would have taken us on, assuming I wanted to take us down the... This is gonna be dystopic, but this is fucking better than pedophile elites eating kids doing way worse stuff than just eating. I don't like thinking about that. I'm done thinking. I don't like the pedophiles, generally speaking. I liked living in a world in the 90s where there was that. It was on MSNBC all the fucking time with the locked up. And then every single locked up episode, you had all the pedophiles who were worried about getting shanked at all times. That's the timeline I want to live in. I want to live in a timeline when pedophiles were worried about getting shanked in prison, as it should be. Now they just run everything. Is this enough to get me killed? Probably. I don't care anymore. Fuck them. You got a work call? Hey, well, appreciate you stopping by, Weed Senpai. Again, great name. Yeah, I'm gonna probably stop doing this too. Let's see how many new lists they put me on. Probably the same ones, just repeatedly. Anyway, have a good one, man. I'm out.